done so much for me. He did more than I. Hello, my wonderful viewers. How are we all doing today? Welcome to Vivi's World of Varieties. Again, today we are going to show us how to dry our fish abroad. You know, when we leave our homes, there are some certain things we miss, and one of them is this dry fish. But thank God for the wisdom of God that we have learned how to do some certain things so that we don't miss that much. And one of them is using our oven to dry our fish so that we don't miss that much. This fish that I'm going to use today is called a sea rainbow turtle, or rather rainbow sea trout. Rainbow sea trout. Like where I'm coming from, we use catfish most of the time. But since what I have here is this sea horse trout, I'm going to make do with that. I'm going to use warm water to remove all this ice, remove the scales, cleanse, wash them, then season it with salt before I can now dry it into the oven. You can see the fish. Oh yeah. Now I have rinsed this particular one. I've removed the ice. Like I said earlier, I'm going to remove the ice. I've removed the ice in this particular one, but because this is the one I'm going to dry. And I said that I'm going to remove the scale. You can see the scale. Look at it. You can see the scale. Look at the scale. Look at the scale. You can see it. I'm going to remove the scale from all of them before I will now wash it and dry in the oven. When you dry the fish with the scale, definitely it's not going to be good, because when you're cooking soup or stew or whatever you're going to cook with it, these scales will be peeling off into the soup or into the stew, then making it not to be good, like I said, to be eaten. Happy viewing. Try the fish with the scale. Definitely you're not going to have a good soup. The fish, the way I'm removing the scale, like I said earlier, that we need to remove the scale so that when you use the fish after drying it to cook soup or stew, the scales will not peel off into your whatever you have cooked with it. And you know, when the scale must have peeled into what you use the fish to cook, definitely it's not going to give a good taste. That is why we are removing the scale. Look at it. I'm going to remove the scale from all the fish. Remove the fin. Remove everything that needs to be removed so that at least when you're eating it, you have a good taste of the fish. Already the intestines have all been removed. I'm going to remove this. The fin. Remove all of them. Cut it into two. This I'm going to do to all of them. All right, this is the fish. I've finished removing the scales. Now I want to season it with salt before I now place them on the thing that I'm going to use to dry it. Seasoning it with salt. Seasoning it with salt so that it's going to give it a taste.
So much for me. He did more than I asked for. He added Jarrah for me. Oh, he never charged me. Oh, what a manner of love is this you have for me, oh God. No more turunekelo and my own. It's in my guilt. For your love is deeper than the ocean. It's better than the sun. How else can I describe it?
Mixing it together so that the salt will penetrate into all of them. Let me lay them on the spring that I'm going to use to lay them on the spring that I'm going to use to dry them inside the oven. Yes, you can see I've already finished laying the fish on the spring, which I'm going to use to dry it. I'm going to put it into the oven and allow it to dry for at least 1 hour. I'm going to leave it in the oven to dry for 1 hour. That's it. I've finished placing them on the spring. I'm going to push them inside the oven, then put the lights and leave it for 1 hour. And it will dry. Then you have your soup. Yes, you can see the fish. I've placed it inside the oven. I will leave it for at least 1 hour for the fish to dry. Look at it. It's already placed inside the oven for 1 hour. Then I will remove it. By then it has finished drying. Thank you for watching. Wow, finally we've got our dry fish. You can see it now. Look at it. can use it to cook what type of soup, any type of soup you want. You can use it to cook vegetable soup. You can use it to cook okra soup. You can use it to cook white soup, which is called nsala. You can use it to cook stew. You can even eat it. You can also use it to cook jollof rice. You can use it to cook anything you want to cook. You can use it to cook. See, it's still hot. Still hot. By the time it cools, I'm going to pull it off one after another. Then preserve it for my soup. Anytime I want to cook any soup, I can just take 5 or 6, 7, depending on the quantity of the soup that I want to make. Thank you for watching. And do subscribe, share, and like. Thank you. Yeah, look at the fish. I've packed it all in this tray. I've removed them all from the spring which I used to dry it in the oven. Now I've packed them in the tray. Look at it. Oh.